In a world full of noise and endless connections, your home should be your sacred sanctuary. It is the one place where you can breathe freely, reflect deeply, and recharge your soul. Yet many of us carelessly open the door to people who slowly drain that peace without us even noticing. Stoic wisdom teaches us a powerful truth: not everyone deserves access to your inner circle or your physical space. Protecting your home is not selfishness. It is self-mastery. Today we explore 3 types of people you should never invite into your home. By the end of this, you will see your space with new eyes and gain the courage to guard it fiercely. 1. Never invite the chronic gossip into your home. This individual thrives on spreading rumors, sharing secrets, and speaking ill of others behind their backs. At first, their stories might seem entertaining or harmless. They arrive with juicy details about mutual friends or colleagues, pulling you into their web of drama. But Stoic philosophy warns us clearly: a tongue that poisons others will eventually poison you too. Seneca taught that we become like the company we keep. When gossip enters your home, it plants seeds of distrust and anxiety. Suddenly your mind is occupied with other people's business instead of your own growth. Think about how gossip affects your inner state. Every negative word shared in your living room lingers in the air like smoke. It clouds your judgment and invites unnecessary judgment from others. Epictetus emphasized that we should concern ourselves only with our own actions and reactions. The gossip pulls you away from this focus. They make you complicit in tearing others down, which weakens your own character. Over time, your home stops feeling like a peaceful refuge and starts feeling like a hub for petty conflicts. You may even begin to worry what this person says about you when they leave. Real-life examples are everywhere. Perhaps you have invited a friend who always has the latest scandal. The conversation starts light but quickly turns toxic. Before you know it, hours have passed and your energy is depleted. Stoicism teaches the value of silence and restraint. A wise person chooses words carefully and avoids idle talk. By keeping the gossip outside your door, you preserve the purity of your space. Your home becomes a place for meaningful discussion, not destructive chatter. This simple boundary protects your mental clarity and emotional well-being. Consider the long-term impact. Inviting gossip into your home trains your mind to seek drama rather than wisdom. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations about maintaining inner calm amid external turmoil. When gossip fills your ears, that calm evaporates. You start questioning relationships that were once solid. Paranoia creeps in. Your family or loved ones who share the space may also absorb this negativity, creating tension under your own roof. Stoic wisdom is clear: guard your ears as carefully as you guard your eyes. What enters your home shapes what lives in your mind. There is a beautiful freedom in refusing entry to the gossip. You signal to yourself and the universe that your peace matters more than temporary entertainment. People notice when you stop engaging in such talk. They either rise to meet your higher standard or drift away. This is how you build a circle of true virtue. Your home transforms into a temple of thoughtful conversation and genuine connection. No more wasted evenings replaying other people's mistakes. Instead, you use that time for reading Stoic texts, journaling your thoughts, or simply resting in quiet gratitude. The Stoics practiced discernment in all things. They did not open their doors to every traveler or acquaintance. They understood that true friendship is rare and built on mutual respect and shared values. The gossip fails this test because their words reveal a lack of integrity. By saying no to them at the threshold, you practice the Stoic virtue of justice, treating people fairly while protecting what is sacred. Your home deserves this level of respect. It is not a public forum for rumors. It is your private fortress for cultivating wisdom and strength. As you implement this boundary, notice how your life changes. Mornings feel lighter. Evenings bring genuine relaxation. You sleep better knowing your space remains untainted. This is the power of Stoic living applied directly to your daily environment. Small decisions like who crosses your doorstep create massive shifts in your overall tranquility. Never underestimate the influence of even one wrong invitation. The gossip may seem harmless at first, but their presence erodes the foundation of peace you have worked so hard to build. Let this sink in deeply. Your home is an extension of your mind. Keep it clean, keep it calm, and keep out those who would pollute it with idle words. The first step towards Stoic mastery is recognizing these patterns and acting with deliberate courage. Close the door politely but firmly to the chronic gossip. Your future self will thank you for the serenity you preserved. 2. Never invite the relentless energy drainer into your home. This individual carries an aura of constant negativity and complaint. No matter the situation, they find something to criticize or lament. Their visits leave you feeling exhausted, heavy, and somehow smaller than before. Stoicism teaches us that our energy is precious and finite. We must direct it toward what is virtuous and productive, not toward absorbing endless waves of pessimism. Picture this scenario. You open the door with good intentions, perhaps offering a warm welcome and a cup of tea. Within minutes, the conversation turns to all the wrongs in their life: the unfair boss, the unreliable friends, the terrible weather, the list goes on. Seneca warned against associating too closely with those who darken the spirit. Their complaints act like a slow poison, seeping into your thoughts and emotions. Before long, you start noticing the same flaws in your own life that you never saw before. This is how negativity spreads. The energy drainer does not respect boundaries of time or topic. They linger long after the initial pleasantries, turning a short visit into an emotional marathon. Your home, meant for restoration, becomes a dumping ground for their burdens. Epictetus reminded us that we control our judgments and reactions, but we do not have to invite external burdens into our sacred space. By allowing this person in repeatedly, you sacrifice your own peace on the altar of false politeness. Stoic practice involves distinguishing between what we can change and what we cannot. You cannot fix the energy drainer's outlook if they are unwilling to change. Attempting to do so only drains you further. Instead, the wise Stoic protects their inner citadel. Your home is part of that citadel. It should uplift your spirit, not weigh it down with endless problems that do not belong to you. Notice how you feel after such a visit: tired, irritable, less motivated. This is your body and mind signaling that the boundary was crossed. Real transformation happens when you prioritize your own vitality. Imagine your home as a garden. The energy drainer is like a weed that steals nutrients from the healthy plants. If you let it grow unchecked, the entire garden suffers. Stoicism encourages us to cultivate virtue within ourselves and our immediate environment. By keeping the relentless complainer at the door, you allow room for joy, gratitude, and personal growth to flourish inside. There are gentle yet firm ways to enforce this. A polite message saying you are focusing on your own peace right now can work wonders. Or simply limiting interactions to neutral ground outside your home. The key is consistency. Each time you choose not to invite them in, you reinforce your commitment to Stoic living. Your subscribers who watch this will recognize themselves in these stories and feel empowered to make the same choice. Over weeks and months, the benefits compound. Your home regains its role as a place of renewal. You wake up energized rather than carrying residual heaviness from the previous day. Relationships with positive, uplifting people become easier to nurture because your space is no longer occupied by draining forces. This is practical Stoicism, not just reading ancient texts, but applying them to protect what matters most. Marcus Aurelius faced countless challenges as emperor, yet he maintained inner calm by focusing on his own character. We can do the same in our smaller domains. The energy drainer tests our resolve. Passing that test by guarding our doorstep builds unshakable discipline. Your home becomes a true reflection of your Stoic values: order, calm, and purposeful living. Never feel guilty for choosing your peace. Society often pressures us to be endlessly available, but the Stoics valued self-sufficiency and wisdom above popularity. By closing the door to the energy drainer, you model strength for others. Your actions speak louder than any lecture. Friends and family notice the change in your demeanor, and may even ask for your secret. That is your opportunity to share Stoic wisdom naturally. Let us reflect for a moment on the deeper reason this matters. Your time on this earth is limited. Every hour spent recovering from a draining visit is an hour stolen from pursuing excellence, from loving your family deeply, or from quiet contemplation that leads to true insight. Stoicism urges us to live with urgency in the present, while protecting the conditions that make a good life possible. Your home is one of those vital conditions. As you strengthen this boundary, celebrate the small victories. The first time you enjoy an evening alone in undisturbed peace. The first morning you feel truly rested because no lingering complaints echoed in your mind overnight. These moments are the rewards of Stoic vigilance. They prove that protecting your space is not loss, it is profound gain. 3. Never invite the hidden manipulator into your home. This individual appears charming, helpful, or even flattering at first. They know exactly what to say to gain your trust and access. But their true intention is control, subtle influence over your decisions, your emotions, and sometimes even your resources. Stoic philosophy equips us to detect and reject such threats to our autonomy. Manipulation often hides behind kindness. They might offer advice that seems wise but actually serves their agenda. Or they create situations where you feel obligated to them. Seneca spoke extensively about the dangers of flattery and false friendship. A true Stoic values independence and clear judgment above all. When a manipulator enters your home, they begin to erode that independence from within. Common signs include guilt-tripping, playing the victim to gain sympathy, or sowing seeds of doubt about your other relationships. They might say things like, "You're the only one I can count on," to isolate you emotionally. Over time, your home, your safe haven, starts to feel like a stage where their drama unfolds, and you play a supporting role. This violates the Stoic principle of living according to nature and reason, not according to someone else's script. Epictetus taught that no one can harm us without our consent. By inviting the manipulator inside, we unknowingly give that consent. Their presence turns your private space into a place of subtle power struggles. You second-guess your choices. You feel anxious about saying no. The peace you work to cultivate slowly dissolves into confusion and resentment. Real stories illustrate this clearly. Many have welcomed someone who seemed like a close ally only to discover later that every interaction came with strings attached. Favors were remembered and later called in at inconvenient times. Opinions were influenced until the host no longer recognized their own voice. Your home should never become the headquarters for someone else's agenda. It must remain yours, a place where your values reign supreme. Stoicism gives us tools to counter this. Practice the discipline of assent. Question every interaction and ask whether it aligns with virtue. Does this person encourage your growth or do they keep you dependent? Does the conversation lift you toward wisdom or pull you into their problems? Honest answers reveal the manipulator quickly. Once identified, the Stoic response is firm detachment. Closing the door does not require confrontation. A calm, consistent reduction in invitations speaks volumes. You can say you are focusing on personal development and need more solitude. Most manipulators will sense the shift and move on to easier targets. Those who persist reveal their true nature even more clearly. Your boundary becomes your shield. The freedom that comes from rejecting manipulation is immense. You reclaim your decisions, your time, and your emotional energy. Your home returns to being a space of authentic living, where you read, reflect, create, and rest without hidden motives hovering in the background. This is how Stoics built resilient characters, by refusing to let external forces dictate their inner world. Think of your home as your personal academy of virtue. In ancient times, philosophers gathered with students of similar mind. They did not open their doors to those who would disrupt the pursuit of wisdom. You can apply the same standard today. The manipulator has no seat in your academy. Their presence would only distract from the real work of becoming the best version of yourself. As you practice this, your confidence grows. You notice manipulative patterns faster in all areas of life, at work, in friendships, even in family. This heightened awareness is a Stoic superpower. It protects not just your home but your entire existence. Subscribers who apply these lessons often report dramatic improvements in their relationships and mental clarity. That is the kind of transformation that keeps viewers coming back and hitting subscribe for more. Never underestimate the quiet power of a closed door. It is not rejection of humanity but affirmation of self-respect. The Stoics were not cold or isolated, they were selective. They cherished deep, virtuous connections and avoided those that compromised their integrity. Your home can reflect that same wise selectivity. These three types, the chronic gossip, the relentless energy drainer, and the hidden manipulator, each pose unique threats to the peace of your home. Stoicism does not ask us to hate or attack such people. It simply asks us to be wise enough not to grant them access to our most sacred space. Your home is where you rebuild after the world tests you. Keep it pure, keep it calm, and keep it aligned with virtue. Implementing these boundaries requires courage at first. Society praises constant openness and endless hospitality. But the Stoics valued discernment over popularity. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire yet guarded his inner life fiercely through daily reflection. You can do the same on a personal scale. Start small. Choose one upcoming visit and decide consciously whether it serves your peace. Adjust accordingly. Each wise choice builds momentum. Your viewers and subscribers are on this journey with you. Many are tired of toxic cycles and seeking real wisdom that works in daily life. By sharing these Stoic insights, you offer them a practical path forward. They will feel seen, empowered, and motivated to protect their own homes and hearts. That emotional connection drives engagement, comments sharing personal stories, likes from those who nod in recognition, and shares to friends who need to hear this message. Imagine the ripple effect. One viewer applies the lesson and removes the gossip from their life. Another finally says no to the energy drainer and regains their evenings. A third spots manipulation early and preserves their sanity. Each success story starts with content like this. Your channel becomes a beacon of Stoic wisdom in a noisy world. More people discover it, watch till the end, and decide to subscribe so they never miss the next lesson. Stoic living is not about perfection. It is about consistent progress toward tranquility and virtue. Some days the old habits tempt you to open the door anyway. On those days, return to the teachings. Remember Seneca's advice on living with purpose. Recall Epictetus urging us to focus only on what is ours to control. Your doorstep is yours to control. Use that power wisely. As we conclude this deep exploration, take a moment to visualize your ideal home. Picture it filled with calm light, meaningful books, perhaps plants that bring life, and an atmosphere of quiet strength. No drama lingers in the corners. No complaints echo off the walls. No hidden agendas hide in the conversations. This vision is achievable when you apply Stoic boundaries consistently. If this message resonated with you, if it helped you see your home and relationships in a new light, do one powerful thing right now: hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. By subscribing to my YouTube channel, you join a community dedicated to Stoic wisdom that actually transforms daily life. You will get more of this powerful content every week. Practical lessons that protect your peace and build inner strength. Share this video with someone who needs to hear these truths. Your one share could protect their sanctuary and spark their own Stoic journey. Leave a comment below telling me which of these three types has been the biggest challenge for you, or share a boundary you have successfully set. Your stories inspire everyone here and help the channel grow so we can create even more valuable content. Thank you for watching this far and investing your time in growing wiser. Subscribe to my YouTube channel today to get more of this Stoic wisdom that changes everything. Stay strong, stay wise, and keep walking the Stoic path. I will see you in the next video. Until then, close the door to what does not serve you and open your heart to the calm that follows.